Now for our feature presentation.
Hello and welcome back to another episode. How about this movie? Today we will be discussing the 1992 Christmas Carol Muppet style. That's obviously not what it's called, but it's the Christmas Carol, but it's done all Muppety. So
that's true.
It's you get
that's
it.
True. Yeah.
You get it. Today's shout out goes to Martin. Good job, Martin, you Christmas nerd, you.
Woo!
He was the first one to correctly guess on Facebook.com/jecll Studios what Christmas movie we had posted. It was this one. Good job. So if you would like a chance to win the shout out, make sure to follow us on all of our social medias at jecll Studios. That's jecll, jecll Studios. Tyson, who was in this movie? The Muppets?
Yeah, the Muppets. There's a lot of Muppets. There's also Michael Caine.
Michael Caine.
Bruce Wayne. And I had like the voice actors I usually work with, the Muppets, like Frank Oz and them.
This one was special though, right? Because it was it was the first major Muppets production after Jim Henson's death,
yep.
And Richard. Fuck, I didn't write down his last name. I'm gonna look it up real quick.
Go for it. And Dick.
Hunt. Okay, that's what I thought.
Dick Hunt.
So this one was a little bit different because of it being the first major Muppets production after Jim Henson's death, and Richard Hunt's medical problems. So some new voice acting faces, but
yeah. It was also directed by Jim Henson's son, Brian Henson.
Brian Henson.
Huh. Interesting.
Mm-hmm.
I think Stephen Lynch has a song about Jim Henson being dead.
I don't know. Does he?
I think he does.
I don't much care for Stephen Lynch.
Oh, that's kind of sad. I like Stephen Lynch. I find him to be entertaining. Did you have anything else you'd like to add?
That's everything. Okay. My section with the actors and the budget is very small, and then I just riff it with my other shit. So.
Well, I talked through your whole section that time, so I wanted to make sure that you got out what
I
you
got
had to say.
All the information that I needed to get out.
Fuck yeah! The plot, it's a Christmas Carol.
Yeah, it's Christmas Carol.
It's done with Muppets. So the plot of A Christmas Carol is...
From a book.
That's true.
What?
Written by Dickens. So.
That's true.
Yep, Chuck Dickens.
I thought it was Emily.
Was it? Was it Emily Dickens?
No.
Are you sure?
Yeah.
Are you sure that it wasn't Emily Dickens?
Yeah.
I
mean, no, I'm not sure, but I'm going to believe that it's... because it's credited to Charles, I'm going to believe that he wrote it.
Richard Dickens.
No, it was Charles.
Oh, okay.
Yes.
No, a different Charles.
Okay.
Yeah. Wait, what? What are we talking about?
Story of Ebenezer Scrooge. If you don't know,
humbug.
Ebenezer Scrooge is a famously stingy fella, which is where the term Scrooge comes from. Ah, yes, Scrooge. Technically, it might be the other way around. I don't know, because I am not I don't know a lot about Old English.
I'm pretty sure it comes from the book.
Yeah.
The saying comes from the book.
Yeah. So it's about a stingy guy and him being haunted by some ghosts that makes him change his mind about being stingy.
It's true.
It's really, they didn't show him anything he didn't already know. Like,
Actually,
people don't like you. You're going to die one day.
Yeah. So,
well, shit, people don't like me and I'm going to die one day.
It forced him to be introspective.
Yeah.
Say, hey, do I actually like the way I'm treating people? Do I like my life?
No, they just put him through a guilt trip, and that's why he changed his mind. Like, yo,
Basically.
you're a dick, and this child's gonna die because you won't give his father a raise. He's like, fuck.
That's true.
Or maybe his father should get a second job.
It's true.
Maybe his mother should get a job.
Fucking
She's too busy having babies.
Maybe his father should get a
fat
different
bitch is
first
just
job.
sitting there fucking munching all the chestnuts by the goddamn stove.
She was munching those chestnuts.
She was.
That was actually
gargling those chestnuts.
something I wrote down. I did write down, I don't believe this would work.
Yeah, that's the same story among all of the Christmas carols, not just this one.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
But I strongly believe they're just, like, not giving him any new information at all.
Yeah.
They just scare, guilt trip him for
Like-
half a second.
Like, I get what you're saying, because they make him really think on it. But, like, he has those painful memories. His past, he has those painful memories. His present, he knows that everyone fucking hates him. And his future, he knows he's going to die. Like, I don't really believe that it would work. If there was some way that you could take, like, and this isn't to take some sort of stand, but if there was, like, some way you could take an evil 1%er and then show him everything wrong he's done in his life, show him everyone's current opinion of him, and then show him what his death is going to be like. And I don't think he would just, like, magically wake up the next day and be like, oh, let's
Donate to charity.
donate to charity and help homeless mothers of orphans. I don't think it would change anything. Those orphans and their homeless mothers. But I'm glad we were on the same brainwave on that, because money makes you evil. So give it all to us.
Donate it to our Patreon.
Let me be more evil than you.
For the greater good.
We can handle.
The greater good.
It's like the Lord of the Rings. We can handle the evil. So you need to give us your evil.
Yeah. We can. We will take your riches to the fiery mountain in Mordor.
And we'll definitely burn them for you. I swear.
Totally. We totally will.
We will burn that money so quick.
Mm-hmm.
Wait, what?
Huh? Anything else? Anything else?
Malcolm Caine's too good of an actor for the Muppets.
Well, so it's funny you said that, because obviously we kind of talked about that out there already.
Yeah.
That the Muppets are, like, they're very famous. They carry a lot of weight.
Mm-hmm.
But when they cast Michael Caine to play Scrooge, he told them, I'm going to do it like I'm in a Royal Shakespearean company doing A Christmas Carol. I'm not going to do anything Muppety. There's no wink, wink, nudge, nudge to the cameras. I'm going to play this straight. Super, super, super straight.
So he told them, I'm going to act too good for your movie.
Yes.
At least he knew.
See, but at least when he acts too good for a movie, it's still entertaining.
Right.
Unlike Kiefer Sutherland in Lost Boys. Huh?
Well, agree to disagree.
Huh? I don't even know what you... I disagree too, man. I don't know what you... What?
Wait, what are we disagreeing
I don't even know what you're talking about. Anything else?
Nope. That is
Anything else?
all my thoughts on the movie. This is the very first Muppet movie I've seen all the way through, though. Like,
Yeah.
in my whole life.
Yeah.
I probably should have started the movie off with this. I'm not a Muppet guy. They're okay.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't grow up with them. They're only okay.
I feel like they were a little bit before our time.
Yeah.
They were
But
before my time. They came out in the 70s.
but everything that I grew up with, within reason, is like my dad's childhood, or like my dad's young adulthood. Because my dad was a single dad. We didn't watch like Teletubbies or Barney. You know, we did watch like Cartoon Network and like that kind of stuff. Because my dad likes cool shit like Johnny Bravo. What up? But we didn't watch, you know, that stuff. So I grew up on like the same stuff that my dad grew up on, and then the stuff that, you know, he wanted to watch. So you would think my dad might have grown up on the Muppets. We didn't watch Muppets. Muppets are stupid.
I never really watched the Muppets at all. Like I said, this is my first Muppet movie.
I think I just hate puppets. And they tried to trick me by putting an M instead of another P, like at the beginning. And then I also hate being tricked. So it's like I hate puppets. I hate being tricked.
It's like, I'm on to you, Muppets.
Yeah. So I think that's probably my problem with Muppets. Because they're fine. I just...
Yeah. That time you went and picked up a transsexual prostitute and just turned out to be a woman who looked like a man.
Turned out to be a puppet that looked like a man.
Oh, well, there you go. That's why you don't like puppets.
Yep. Or being tricked. Tyson.
Fuck you.
Tyson.
Yo!
What was the budget of this movie?
Well, the budget for this movie was $12 million.
That is not a lot.
Not a
I
lot.
respect that.
Yep, 1992.
I bet $9 million of it went to Michael Caine.
Probably.
I mean,
It made $27 million.
there you go.
So, definitely made its money and some. So it was well worth it.
Puppets were already made, so you don't really need that much of a...
I mean, they probably have like a constant flow of the Muppet puppets. You would think.
Probably got like a bunch in a storage bin somewhere.
Yeah. Because, I mean, they wear out. And
different outfits and such.
yeah. This is the worst performing movie we've done so far as like total gross.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, it still made its money back and then some. So I'm sure no one at the Muppets was like, "Oh, those sons of bitches aren't watching Muppet movies anymore." Because especially since they've made at least 2 more Muppet movies since then.
Yeah. They made one recently, and they had a TV show that was on recently as well.
Yeah, the Muppets did have a TV comeback for a little bit. It was the 47th ranked domestic movie of the year, so pretty low down, but it was the second highest grossing G-rated movie of the year. So if parents were taking their children to a G-rated movie, it was this or, well, something else. I don't know, because it's not relevant, but it was most likely this and that other one.
Mm-hmm.
It was 32nd worldwide, so it actually did better worldwide than it did domestically, probably because of the Muppet name. And it's the 37th highest grossing Christmas film of all time.
That's even further down than...
Krampus.
Oh.
Yep.
Now, is that list counting, like, how much it made over its budget? Or, like, percentages?
I think it's just total gross.
Okay.
And I don't know if it's total gross with inflation. I could look, but as of right now, I do not know.
Okay.
I would assume it's total gross, not including inflation, though.
Okay. It's not really squeaking if I do it hard.
Nodding intensifies.
Tyson, what was your favorite scene in the movie?
Let's think. I like the whole movie. That's why I picked it. But favorite scene would probably be. I think the Ghost of Christmas Present scene when he first meets him. Come in and know me better, man.
And the
Great.
what is it? You're a little absent-minded spirit. He's like, no, I'm a large absent-minded spirit. Yeah, that was pretty good.
It's pretty silly.
Mm-hmm. Catchy song too.
Eh.
It's catchy. I mean, whether or not you agree is a catchy song. Factually, is catchy.
I couldn't sing any line from that song right now.
Because you've heard it once.
Yeah, and I don't. I don't remember it at all.
I don't remember any of the songs. There were so many songs in this movie.
This is a Muppets movie, though.
Yeah, I could have done without the songs. Like, I understand that that's a Muppet thing, and obviously, not being a huge Muppet guy, I didn't really know that. My slight exposure to the Muppets is all through Jason Segel, and he's also a music guy. Mm-hmm. So when it's the Muppets with a bunch of music, that could be Jason Segel, or that could be the Muppets. I guess it happened to be both.
Yeah.
So I didn't know that. Definitely not my favorite thing about this movie, but it's okay. What's your favorite scene, Carly?
I think my favorite scene is anytime. What's his name? With the nose.
Gonzo.
Yeah, Gonzo and the rat are like narrating the
Rizzo.
story. Rizzo.
Yep. Gonzo and Rizzo.
Yep.
I think anytime they're just like imposing themselves into the story and then getting hurt, it's great.
It is funny because it's the only adaptation with
The original story.
no, I was gonna say it's the only like telling of the story that includes Charles Dickens in the story, and yeah, I agree. Of the Muppets that I do know, Gonzo's one of the few that I do like, and him getting hurt. I mean, it's that slapstick humor is. I mean, it's low end humor, but it's still hilarious.
Yeah.
What is my favorite scene? I don't know. I really don't have an answer for this. I mean, I do. I just have to think.
When Michael Caine's talking about how the die,
Michael Caine. When Michael Caine is talking to Bruce Wayne.
about how the poor should die.
Oh, I'm poor.
And do you want to die?
Yeah, but I don't want people to want me to die. I'm gonna need a sec, guys.
One. Pick one.
It's actually the like post ghost times when he wakes up and he's talking to the young boy in the street. So one thing that I thought was kind of entertaining, not necessarily my favorite decision, but was kind of entertaining, was like Gonzo going around and like correcting people's lines and things like that. So Gonzo's helping the kid in the street with the lines, and of the people that have played the Scrooge-like character, I think Michael Caine is either the best or the second best to have done it. So the way he handled himself as Scrooge, even in the Muppet movie, I thought was really good. And I think that you get to see a good... like, he handles the transition from, bah, humbug Scrooge to, I'm gonna be super cool Scrooge really well. And he's, like, really entertaining in that moment.
Who do you think is the best Scrooge?
If I'm not gonna give it to Michael Caine, I'm gonna give it to the original. So I don't even know that guy's name.
It's something.
But, like, the only reason he would be better is because that movie's, like...
It made the standard.
Well, it's not even that it made the standard. It's that no one, when that movie came out, was actually capable of feeling happiness. So he wasn't acting. He was him. He was himself in the movie. That'd be the only reason he would be better. And I really also enjoyed Jim Carrey's portrayal. And I like Bill Murray's portrayal. It's different because it's Scrooged and it's a modern retelling. Yeah. But I enjoyed that one as well.
Well, modernized for when it came out.
Yeah, not anymore. But I think Michael Caine might be the most talented actor to have ever played Scrooge. And I think he does a fantastic job, even in this movie. That directionally I don't agree with. But yeah, I think that was my favorite scene. Yep. Michael Caine shouting out the window, and yeah.
I'd say first best would be Bill Murray.
Really?
Second would be Bill Murray.
So no, not really. Tyson, what would you score this movie, and would you recommend it?
7 out of 10, and I would recommend it. It's one of the 2 Muppet movies I like. Other one being Muppet Treasure Island. And I like Muppet Treasure Island more than I like this movie. But I like this movie. I don't like a lot of Christmas movies.
Yeah.
But this one I do like.
I would like to add, just for this movie, a follow-up question. So of the 5 adaptations of the story, Original Christmas Carol, Animated Christmas Carol, Scrooged, Muppets Christmas Carol, and Scrooge, the 1970s one, where does it fall in line as far as a telling of the story?
Well, comparing it to like the other fun Christmas Carol movies, this one would be, in my opinion, the best fun Christmas Carol movie. But I like the original Christmas Carol movie more than any of the other adaptations because it's so good. I mean, that's just literally a classic.
Very true. Sorry, you scored it, right? I didn't just Okay.
7 out of 10.
That's right, 7 out of 10. Carly, what would you score this movie and would you recommend it?
I would say 6 out of 10. Solidly just on Michael Caine and his acting.
Michael Caine.
Because it is funny, but I don't feel like the Muppets added anything of value to the original story.
Would you recommend it?
Yes, I would.
And same question, where does it fall in
I
line with the other adaptations?
think I've only seen this one in the original.
You haven't seen the Jim Carrey one?
Mm-mm.
You haven't seen Scrooged?
Mm-mm.
I'm not surprised you haven't seen Scrooge because I didn't know it was a movie until like an hour ago. So 1 or 2.
It's been so long since I've seen the first one. I think I'm going to put it number 1 for now, just because it's the most fresh.
That's disappointing. Engagement's off.
Wow! Just throwing that around.
I would never say that. Except for the fact that I already did. I'm also going to... Did you recommend it?
Yes.
I'm just really, worried about stepping on people's, thoughts and, making sure that everyone gets what they want to say.
Thoughts are immaterial, Dex, and you can't step on them.
I'm going to pee on you.
Please?
Wait, I was going to say something.
Okay, go ahead.
I wasn't.
I'm going to give it a 6 out of 10 as well. I think if the Muppets had made any other Christmas movie, I probably would have enjoyed it more than I enjoyed this one. I grew up watching the original Scrooged, or the original Christmas Carol, every year. For I don't know, every year until I moved here. It's 10 years. I would watch that movie. So it's kind of ingrained in my heart. And I think that it's probably my least favorite retelling that I've seen. That being said, it's still really entertaining, and I definitely still recommend it. It's not my favorite. I would rather watch the original. I would rather watch the Jim Carrey animated one. I think it's a toss-up between Scrooged and this one that I would have to give to the Muppets because I haven't seen Scrooged in a few years, so I don't even know if I actually like it. But it's Bill Murray, so I probably like it. But I think because I don't find the humor a good addition to the movie, it gets a lower score. But yeah, definitely entertaining, definitely a fun movie. It's just, I don't know, I didn't want to have fun. I wanted to watch...
I want to be terrified by ghosts for Christmas.
I want to watch A Christmas Carol.
You don't want to have fun for Christmas?
No. But yeah, all in all, still good, just not
I agree.
Not my version of A Christmas Carol. And that's okay. We're allowed to have different opinions and still love each other.
I mean, somebody did just break up an engagement because I ranked this movie higher, but whatever.
That's true.
Who did that?
That did happen.
My ex-fiance.
I never liked him anyway. You always deserve better. The child Scrooge, child Ebenezer in this movie couldn't act.
No, could not at all.
Not at all.
He had one line, and he said it poorly every time.
Yes, headmaster.
It was bad.
Fun facts. We got some facts, and they're fun.
Fun facts!
They're facts, and they're fun.
Yeah! This is the first major Muppet project after Jim Henson's passing. We kind of already alluded to that while talking about the cast.
Mm.
And I thought this was actually really interesting. It was the way they did the Ghost of Christmas Past. They made a special underwater puppet, and then they green screened the ghost into the movie. That's how they gave it the illusion that it was floating. That's it. That's all I've got.
That terrifying child.
Oh my gosh,
thing.
so creepy looking.
Uncanny Valley.
Honestly, scarier than Christmas is Yet to Come.
Mm. I thought Christmas Yet to Come was pretty badass.
Dope as fuck. Not as creepy as the floating female ghost girl
You're right.
thing.
Imagine that thing just floating slowly over your shoulder into your vision. just saying, "I'm gonna eat your soul,"
I'd probably poop.
and then floats back.
And then it picks you up and starts flying away with you. Did you notice, she wouldn't know because she hasn't seen the Jim Carrey one, but the Ghost of Christmas Present looks very similar in this to the Jim Carrey one?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Because obviously I've never seen this one, so I didn't know that. But when he came on screen, I was like, hey.
Is it a big Santa looking motherfucker?
Kinda, yeah. But like all gingery and stuff like he is in the movie before he dies. I thought that was interesting.
Why did the Ghost of
That
Christmas
was very
Present die?
Large.
All the other ones just like, okay, peace. My
'Cause-
time's out.
Well, because present is just
Yeah, it's a
in the
fleeting.
moment.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're born every day at 12:01 a.m. or 12:01 a.m. and then they die at midnight.
Which is why he's had so many brothers.
Yeah.
But why what Scrooge said about his groceries or whatever he said. Because he said something about like food
Imagine
or
that
whatever.
grocery bill.
Yeah. That wouldn't apply because every day they're dead. You're not shopping for very many people.
One person a day, seems.
Mm-hmm. Plus they're spirits. They can eat spirit food.
Yeah. Is that like spirit gum or is that a different thing?
Could be chicken soup for the soul.
That's terrible. I love it.
Guy's like, I'm gonna get a gun and I'm gonna shoot you.
I'm a large, absent-minded spirit. Fucking killed me. Or at the beginning when Gonzo was like, I'm Charles Dickens, and Riz was like, no, you're not. He's like, I know the story of A Christmas Carol like the back of my hand. Prove it! And he starts naming off the back of his hand.
Hilarious. That was good stuff. Well, you better scratch it.
Did.
I got you.
Ah, roasted. Alright, are we done?
I think so, yeah.
Sweet. Just kidding. Are you mad at me? Did I upset you?
Am I just glaring?
Yeah.
I don't mean to.
Do you hate me?
I just have RBF, okay?
No, you don't. Thanks for watching. Remember to like, subscribe, and comment down below. Let us know what movies you'd like us to watch. Let us know. That's bright. Some other stuff, I guess. I'm going to turn my sweater lights back off because I don't want to blind the co-hosts.
You're blinding my peripheral.
There you go, buddy. It's off.
There's
I'm sorry I
spots
damaged your
now.
eyes.
I can't see anything
There's
on
a
this
spot
side.
over your face.
Oh, maybe you guys should just close your eyes when I turn my sweater lights on. Sorry, my future's so bright, you gotta wear shades.
No, your sweater's so bright we gotta wear
My sweater's so bright, you gotta wear shades.
shades.
Follow us on the social medias. jecll Studios, Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter.
Pork, beef,
Chicken.
duck.
Goose. Are we done?
Yes.
Okay. Make sure you follow us there because that's how you get the shout out at the beginning of the show. What?
Mhm.
What? So cool.
You become our friend.
Yep, it's true.
It's a quick best friend status right
And
there.
you may or may not get a monetary compensation for being shout out on the show.
You may not.
May or may not.
You may not.
May or may not.
You may or may not, but you definitely won't.
Spoil it. Do you not want people to comment? Tell
They
me
may
a
or-
pumpkin pie.
They may or may not.
But you won't.
Exactly. Yeah, that's all I've got. You guys have anything to add? Anything to plug? Any projects you're working on?
Something in the works. We might try a live stream soon, but we don't know yet.
I'm having technical difficulties with the gaming stuff, so we haven't abandoned the gaming on jecll Gaming. That is still going to happen. I just, have to have new equipment. So once we get more equipment, we'll be getting back to that a little bit more. And we might have a new show that we're going to do real short, just a couple minutes a week. But we will give you more details on that if and when that happens.
Yeah.
Um,
Follow our Twitter and Facebook and stuff for updates.
Actually, that's actually a good idea. We know how to do this stuff. We know what we're doing.
We're not just winging it.
Yeah, not even at all. More new cool stuff to come for sure. Thanks for watching. Thanks for hanging out with us when we post these new episodes. Does anyone know? Just kidding. I know what movie it's next. We're doing Fred Claus next. And as always, bah humbug.